Red Sox facing elimination in Game 3 of the ALDS against the Astros. Harley Ramirez still believes, but his faith was put to the test in the very early going.
Line drive, base hit into center. George Springer headed home. Bradley's throw is not in time, and the Astros waste no time. Before Fister gets it out, Houston gets a run. It's 1-0.
3-2 pitch. Here it is. Swinging a high fly, center field, plenty deep enough. Back goes Jackie, back to the warning track, looking up, and it's gone! A home run. A two-run homer by Correa that kept carrying up, and away, and it's 3-0 Houston. Correa with a first inning home run. Second straight days, he had a two-run homer in the first inning, 3-0. That ball kept carrying. It didn't look like it was hit all that well, but it took off.
Yeah, this is a 3-2 hanging curveball here.
3-2 pitch. Swinging a drive to right field. This is deep. Mookie going back to the warning track. Turns by the fence and makes a basket catch. It would have been a home run. It would have been gone by the low wall in right field. Mookie Betts reached out and grabbed it.
Line to left field, base hit. They go station to station. The Red Sox on the board on a base hit from Sandy Leon. Ripped to left field. Gonzalez angles back off his glove, and Boston gets to within one on back-to-back two-out doubles from Moreland and Ramirez. High drive right center field. That ball puts Boston in front, and the kid has his first signature postseason moment.
Rafael Devers, and the Red Sox lead it 4-3. How do you like this kid?
Well, I tell you, you got that lefty-lefty. The boy can hit lefties. He hung that slider. Devers, this thing was a rope, line drive, rocket over the Sox bullpen. Slider stayed inner half.
Hands rising at Fenway again. 2-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike three, got him.
2-2 to Beltran. Swinging strike three. Got him.
Now the kick and the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike three. He got him. 4 scoreless innings for David Price. Handling the driver's seat. The pitch. Swung on and a base hit to center field. That's going to split the outfielders and roll to the left center field wall. Benintendi scores. Betts around third. He scores. Hanley pulls into second base with a 2-run double. And the Red Sox lead it 6-3. And he swings and he pokes it in the air toward left field. That one is going to drop for a hit. Moreland scores. It is 7-3 as Rafael Devers drives in another run. It was an excuse-me base hit. He just reached for a pitch, got the barrel of the bat on it, knocked it up in the air over the head of Bregman. 2-on, and the 2-2 from Musgrove to Jackie Bradley Jr. Swung on and hit in the air, deep right field toward the corner. Reddick over near the wall, reaching for it.
Oh.
It's off his glove and into the stands. A home run for Jackie Bradley Jr. A 3-run homer for JBJ. And the Red Sox lead at 10-3. Reddick had a chance to catch it, and it went into the seats for a 3-run homer.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, strike three called, and it's over. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night. The Red Sox win Game 3. They stay alive in the American League Division Series. Boston 10, Houston 3.
Red Sox avoid elimination as they take it 10-3, snapping a 5-game postseason losing skid. Harley Ramirez becomes the first Red Sox player with a 4-for-4 game in the postseason since 1986.
The way that game started out, that's a big swing from Reddick that we, have just enough real estate to bring it in. The crowd just does energize us. We felt coming back home to play in front of this crowd, to play back here where we're most comfortable and have won a lot of games. That started to turn it. And then, as we've seen so many times, the fight in our players, the resiliency that they have, we had to dig out of a hole. But once Joe Kelly settled things down through the inning and 2/3 of work that he put forth, David Price took over from the mound today. We talked about how much he could give us before the game. And he had mentioned, I've got 80 pitches, which a little bit of surprise. But after the second inning, he came back in. He said, I've got it. I feel great. After the third inning, same thing. After the fourth inning, same thing. But we were able to spread it open. Just great days offensively from Mitch, Hanley, Rafi. Big day offensively from those three guys in particular. He particularly in Hanley, when he's of that energy, and you know what? It was focused today. It was fantastic. He had a big day. So you'd like every player to have that kind of willingness to say what's on their mind and go out and perform as he did today. Today was a big day for Hanley.
What's working for you at the plate? You seem locked in.
The playoff, it's different. It's different, Energizer, my teammate, everybody's pumped up, and we'll stand together. We stand together. It's a team. It's a team. It's gonna take, teamwork.
As you could see in the first inning, Brad did a good job getting through. We had traffic in the second, had traffic in the third. And then that pocket down there at the bottom, we felt pretty good about Lariano, the way his power should work against the bottom of the order. He hung a slider, which didn't work. But in these games with the small margin, Brad, having to fight through the second inning obviously led to some trouble in the third as well. I mean, there was a huge momentum shift that we later felt. I don't know that we necessarily felt it right there. We felt we were in a good spot. It's 3-0 at the time. Going to 6-0 there would have really put him in a hole. So obviously, as the ball was carrying, it's probably out of most ballparks. If he hooks it a little bit more, it's gone. He didn't. So, I couldn't tell if he had to reach into the stands or not until the replay. And it was a bigger play later than it necessarily felt at the time. But, and then obviously on the flip side of it, go later in the game and Reddick's right at the wall catching it on that curve and the ball kicks into the outfield or into the stands. So, there's such small margins in these games and huge moments throughout the entire day. That was one of them, even though it didn't think like that necessarily in the second inning.